Okay, so do you see, I don't know what you're seeing. I just want to make sure you're seeing the right thing. Right. Okay, so this is what the system, the editor system looks like. Okay, we call it the planner. Now you'll see here what we have is this is the name of a site. We've created a site. We call it Carter Hotels. It's going to be a demo site for hotels, but of course it could be any hotel. And then what we do is we divide every site into stations and tasks. Okay. So the first station here is work before work preparations. It's an alignment problem, but I'm not worrying about that. And I have this site, this station, and then arriving at work, another station, and shift preparation on another station. Now, each station has tasks assigned with it. So before you leave for work, you want to wear your uniform. When you arrive your work, you're going to clock in and store your belongings. And when you start your shift, you're going to review the logbook and have special requests, okay? Now, it's really easy to make a new site. All these things are really easy to make. If I want to add a new station, I just click down here and I add another station. And if I want to add a site, I stand on the station, click here, and I have where to add another task, okay? Now, when I do this, I didn't do this yet, but we also add images because at the end of the day, we want to have a list of the tasks with the images, and we'll also record sound. Okay, so I'm going to show you in a minute how that whole thing looks because we're still working on the English. But
So
then,
the sound would just be like a spoken instruction or
yeah, we read
something
it out
like
in
that.
case people can't read. We have
I see.
non-reading, okay? Now, when
Mm.
I want to create a route, because basically what you see here is a route, I'm going to click on this and I'm going to show a demo route, save. Okay, and when I create a demo route, I'm going to start moving tasks into it. Hang on. Okay, so the demo route. Click on a task, and now this one, he's just wearing a uniform and he's not arriving at work, he's just checking in. So I just drag it. I don't know if you've ever seen a platform called Trello or Kanban or something. They all use
Yeah,
this thing,
yeah.
okay? Now, when I want to rearrange the task, I want to do this first, I'll just drop this down here. And then this is still the employer or the HR manager or somebody is building this, and then they can see what it looks like on the app.
I see. I
Okay.
see.
So of
So
course we can use this for training, but the idea is that when Joe comes to go before he even goes to work, he opens his app and sees what he has to do. Okay, and at the end, if I'm happy with my route, I do save route, and then I'll choose the worker. Shouldn't say student, I'll choose the worker that it's assigned to.
I see.
Okay.
Hmm.
I think this route I already assigned to you guys.
So this would like primarily be used on like a mobile device that the worker
Right.
has with them throughout the day.
Right, either a mobile device or a tablet and like an iPad or something. And it's working a little bit choppy right now, but in any case, I assign these routes to you guys did I assign this route to what I call Tamid interns. That's you guys, and I'm going to send you links that you can look at the app, where to go to see the app. The app is actually a web app. So you just log into URL and then you put in your username and password, and then you're in the app. Okay. Now in the app, when you log into the app, you're going to have a runtime, and then you're going to see the routes that you've been assigned to. And you click on one and you swipe up. When you've accomplished your task, you swipe up. Okay. And that data will show here in the dashboard. So we can check how long it took somebody to go through their tasks along the day. That's today, last week. Just a different one. This is all in Hebrew. You're going to only see English, okay? Well, that's what we're
Mhm.
fixing. That's why I didn't send it to you now because we have to separate the languages so you don't see all this garbage. You'll see only English here. Okay, so this we have a different route, and this is how long it took people to do it over a month's time. Okay, so basically that's the system. So it was just really important for me to show it to you, and like I said, I'm going to send you a login, and you can play with it a little bit, but it's not just for training. Now, its
Yeah.
advantage is that it can be used for training, and then when somebody, so if somebody is training to be a hotel front desk receptionist, they'll train with it, and then when they get to the hotel, they'll actually use it to work. Right. So going back to the email, that's the first thing.
Yeah, so you can change, yeah, just like the general description of the app here.
Right. So
Mhm.
it's to train and to manage employees with disabilities, and okay, that's fine. And I'm going to send you the pitch, one of the versions of the pitch, so that you'll hear more about the jargon, about what we're talking about, and then maybe it'll, let's write this down, all the things I have to send you. Okay, so you guys can work on that a little bit. Right. It's not general, it's actually it's task manager that's specific for neurodiverse workers, people with learning disabilities and whatever, because question is, why are we developing something when there are 3,000 task managers? Because none of them deal
Yeah.
with disabilities. Okay, so what we do is we actually break things down into micro tasks. Where the language is simplified, we have the images and the sound. So for people who are not readers or who need a lot of visual stimuli, so that's what makes us different.
Do you think that would be good to include like all of that in that first
No,
introduction?
I think the
Yeah,
best thing with an email like this is to attach a one pager that describes what we do.
I see.
Right?
Okay.
Because people read only a very short email. And if it's interesting,
Yeah,
they'll open a one pager and you just specify that there's more information here or give the URL to our website, which doesn't have it yet, but that explains everything much in more detail. Okay. Um, right. So now we're exploring collaboration with organizations, not partnerships, because we've got a few kinds of partnerships that we can do. And what you wrote is fine. So just my name is Benjamin. Yeah, we're a platform designed to help. We're exploring partnerships, design, franchise. We also want to give them, they don't want to commit to either of these now, but they're interested and they want to hear more. So I would put that before. We're anxious to set up an appointment to present the system to you. And then we're also exploring partnerships because
I see.
just
So like,
please reply to this mail saying interested, okay? And then a little more.
so I could say like, if interested, we'd love to like set up an appointment for you or like hear from you.
Right, no,
Just for
after the
fun.
first paragraph, I would say we'd be very happy to do to walk you through the system and have a conversation. Just reply interested to this email and we'll set up a date or maybe a Calendly link or something like that. I just have to shoot off a quick email here for a sec. Yeah, sorry about that. So back to the email. Right. So the important thing is that you give someone a short email and then suggest a meeting. Okay, click on this and we could even say something like, we know that you are involved in B, so that they know that this isn't just a generic email we're sending out to everybody in the world. And we think this could be of high value to you.
Yeah. So yeah, and then like would you say that like the length of that like first paragraph is appropriate? Like the general length right now is appropriate, or should I shorten it from what it is now and maybe yeah,
Yeah,
like refer them
I
to
would even take out how we do it.
yeah,
But just say we know that you are an Home Depot home working chain or whatever,
yeah,
and that you employ and that you may have need. We have to find out if they really employ people or they don't, because that's really important. If they do employ people with disabilities, and we say we know you're a leader in an employment of people with disabilities, and we think this could be of interest to you, making that smoother. And if they don't, it might be of interest to you to help. We can help you fill jobs using people, neurodiverse people, and we'd be happy to explain this to you. So that's kind of that's a big division. If they're already in on it and we're saving them money and effort, or if they're looking to hire and they've never done it and they're kind of terrified, but we can help them. Okay.
yeah, sounds good.
So basically, we divide our list into the two categories and be able to send it.
And then did you have already like a sort of like one pager that we're able to attach with the email that sort of like
Right.
hits everything you want to, or
So we have
yeah,
one pagers for all kinds of purposes. Specifically for this, we don't have one yet, but I can, if you want, I can send you what we have and you can rework it. I think that'd be a really good exercise for you as well. Because we have like a one pager in English, it's mostly for investors. So it talks a lot about, why we're a really worthwhile company to invest in, but that's not interesting for an employer. So I could send you, and if you want to work on a one pager, that would be great. So it's basically two one pagers. One would be for people that are already hiring and the other one for people that are looking to hire. Okay, so I'm putting that two
yeah.
one pagers and send you copy. Are the other people helping you on this? It seems like you're working on your own.
No, yeah, they do a fine job, I'd say. Yeah.
Okay,
I think it might just be because you only see me in the
right,
meeting. But
right.
yeah, I do meet with them weekly. Yeah.
Because I'm asking because I'm always you. I'm always the person leading and making sure people are working is hard. So I feel for you. Um, Yeah, we can even afterwards, we can even talk about how that one pager becomes, maybe a different page on the website. They can, if you are employing, this is what they should see on the website if they're not. So that could be really good copy.
Yeah.
Um, okay, and then so after we pitch this to them and we say if you're interested in setting a meeting, click here. And then we're also exploring partnerships. So if they're ready in and they really want to, so that'll be part of the conversation.
So like this whole part where I talk about like specific um like these three bullets, would you reckon like
Yeah,
like those there, or should I
no,
talk
they're
just leave
fine.
those
They're
out?
fine.
Oh yeah.
We're giving them, I just read one paragraph. Yeah, I'm interested. Let's schedule a meeting. But then saying we're going to launch in the East Coast in the summer of 2025. We're exploring partnerships. And if you're interested, please fill out this survey, because we're not going to ask people to fill out a survey if they're just, kind of vague. But if they've read into this letter and they're interested in talking about the partnerships or surveys, then that's what we'll do. So the first part up to, click on this and set up a meeting, that's kind of a really basic, and we don't need a survey for that. But if they go further, then we'll shoot the survey to them.
Just a quick heads up. I had to head out at around like 9:40 or 9:45. So
No
like 50.
problem.
Oh
No
yeah,
problem.
okay. That's cool.
That's okay. Okay, so you ready to go on?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Perfect.
I
Okay,
just marked.
so we'll rewrite that and I'll send you the copy for all the stuff that would help you kind of flesh it out. Now let's go to this survey. And how would you do the survey? Using Google Forms, or what would you use for a survey?
Yeah, I was just thinking Google Forms is
Okay.
probably the like platform most people are familiar with. Um,
Mm-hmm.
just from what I see. Mm,
Okay, good. So here in the general information, we just have to add, do you employ people with disabilities? How many? Sure, we're looking at the same thing. I'm looking at this. Oh, okay, right. And
I didn't know if like question 8 would be like wholly I don't know if that's like relevant for
um
what
I
we're
I
looking
might
for.
ask, um, do you have technology, do you use technology to manage your special needs workers?
Yeah,
If
yeah, that
so, which?
probably.
Okay. I don't want to. Yeah, we could, it's just, that's another question, but do they use any of these platforms to manage their workers that just generally? Because we'd have to know what we're, if we have to, kind of connect with any platform. So maybe just add a question. Do you use, or you know what, after 8, ask, do you use these platforms to manage your special needs workers as well? Okay. Now, I wouldn't ask them yet about the models for a partnership because that's kind of frightening if you're just reaching out to somebody in the first time. So I would take that out, um, and leave question 6. And after 7 is about training. That's good, but you want to ask after that about, do you have any special program for managing your special needs employees?
I tried to make this like as short and concise as possible. You like, do you agree with like
Yeah,
the amount of questions right now?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Now we just have to think, we have to make sure this is going to the right person. Because we're sending this to the HR person, and we probably need to ask who in your organization is deals with deals with special needs. And what do we do if they want to send it to somebody else?
yeah. I'm thinking like if companies have a like a DEI like spokesperson or chairsperson.
Right. Some people have special people that are assigned to DI. Some people just, they're too small. Some have never thought about it. So, Okay, so let's see how we do that, how we go about the fact that, what do we do if we sent this and it's not the right person? So, um, maybe we should put that in the email that you were attaching the survey, if they could please forward it to anybody in their organization and then hopefully the email will find the right person to fill out the survey.
Yeah, you're allowed. Yeah.
Okay. And I'd be really interested if you could flesh this out with the team because we need a lot of brains here. Specifically, what do we want to gain from the survey? What's the information that's really important for us to gain? Considering that the survey is going to be what we're going to base our next meeting on. And we have to know who these people are so that we know what we're pitching to them. Okay, so I'd be really happy if you guys go over this and flesh it out a bit more. Just add a paragraph of what our goals are here and make sure we have all the questions to answer. And again, my goal is that when we go into a meeting with them, assuming we're having a meeting with them, then we have more information to go on. And also it should help us map out industry. That's the other thing. We need to map out industry. We have to be able to say, okay, large corporations, they have this. Smaller ones don't have. So those are like, from my point of view, the two things that we want. Maybe we want to ask a question like on a scale of 1 to 5, how happy are you with your management of special needs workers? Another thing, sorry, if you want to share what's your turnover rate, people, workers with special needs. Okay,
Yeah,
all
I
right. And
think
I'm going to look at that with my team also and see if they have any comments. So we'll talk about that next week. Okay, so also if by next week you guys can log into the system, I'll let you know when the English is working perfectly because we just kind of uploaded a new version and the English isn't good enough. But I'm going to give you a login and also log into the app so you can already see it. Okay?
yeah, I see. So I see at the bottom of the internship plan, I have the username and the password for the
Right.
worker
I'm going to
user.
send you the link. I'll add the link here and then you'll know where to log in. Okay, and I'll
Okay.
also send you kind of information on what you should do. I'll
Okay.
ask Daniel to
Awesome.
prepare that.
Would you do we log in using this one for the worker or
Yeah, the workers on the phone as the app. I'm gonna write this, the app.
okay. And we should just view this like it's best to view this on our phone, you would say? Or should we like
Yeah,
look at it on
it's a
the computer?
website. So you just go into, I think it's let me see, link. Yeah, that's it. So I can also do this on my computer, but it doesn't work well, or doesn't and definitely doesn't look well. You can also do it on an iPad. Um, and the planner is this. And you can just share the user, all of you. shouldn't be a problem. I put your email, so if you get any email from the system, it's going to your email. Just so that you know. Okay, now you have to go. I hope this was helpful.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, no, this was definitely helpful.
great.
So we'll be able to log in on this, and then we're on for next Monday as of right now, or I guess this
Exactly.
coming up Monday.
We're on for next Monday and the demo days on Tuesday. So I'll send you the invitation to that.
Okay, awesome. Also, I believe so we had daylight saving time, so we're an hour ahead of our initial time right now.
Right.
So we originally met at 9 for me on Monday, and now it's 10.
You prefer
Which I
10 or
believe is
9?
I think I can meet for either, but I guess we could keep like like 10 for me now is still 4 for you. But if we were to meet at 9 for me, it would be
3 o'clock for me.
um
3 o'clock,
three
my
o'clock
time
for
is
you.
whatever you guys, whatever you prefer. It doesn't make a difference. So if you want it first
I,
thing in the morning, it's great. Whatever
okay,
proceeds.
if it doesn't make a difference for you, then yeah, 9 for me still works. And then I guess that would be 3
9
for
is, it's really weird. It's not, we're going to move our clock also sometime. So let's leave it at 9 because in April we're
okay.
going to shift daylight savings.
Yeah, I believe yeah, I was gonna say I believe it's coming up. Okay, cool.
Okay, great. Then thank you for all your hard work. Really appreciate it. I'll
Thank
send you a
you.
link to the recording so you can share it. Okay.
Okay, that's perfect. Yeah,
Okay,
thank you so
great.
much.
Sure. Bye. Bye bye.
Bye.